caution lights are being turned off.
Why don't you do the start? This is your home track, brother. You do it.
We'll do it from the infield, my friend.
Sir.
Your flagman, Matt Amick, on the flag stand looks like the Statue of Liberty. That means we're going green flag racing this time by in the Racing for Heroes starting zone. It's Dalton Wilson on the pole, Thug Nasty on the outside. This is the Dixie Chopper. Feel the thunder.
Dalton Wilson out in front. Dalton Wilson into turn number 1. Out of 4 now. He still leads here. Running in second is the 89 of Logan Robertson. Third is Jonathan Davenport at 49. As we work lap 3. Laps in the books. Wilson out in front. Second is Robertson. Davenport runs in third. Brandon Overton is fourth. Hudson O'Neill is fifth. Dalton Wilson continues to lead. For those watching on my race pass as well, Dalton Wilson's train spotter not picking up. He continues to lead. There's Hudson O'Neill, Spencer Hughes, Jacob Hawkins, Ricky Thornton Jr., Devin Moran, Brandon Waggle, and we got a Gorsuch Performance Solutions caution is out on the track.
James, the 2006 Hillbilly 100 winner Earl Pearson Jr. went around over in turns 3 and 4. He has made his way into the infield, and he is going to make the left-hand turn into the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. We'll report back with an update in just a moment.
Well, Michael Lake as well, the 27 car, makes his way to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. By the way, you get your favorite Heartbeat Hot Sauce available at heartbeathotsauce.com or on Amazon.com. A lot of fans all over the country. We'd like to thank everyone for that. Great new sponsor in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Dalton Wilson has led the first 4 laps. Logan Robertson is second. Neither one well documented. Never won a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series race. Jonathan Davenport is third. Then it's Overton, O'Neill, Hughes, Jacob Hawkins, Thornton, Moran, and Waggle. Right now, your top 10.
James, all 4 tires up on the Papich Racing 46 of Earl Pearson Jr. They are going to change a left rear tire, though, on that race car since he was involved in an accident. His crew's down here. They got a brand new left rear shoe under the race car. They've broken a brace that keeps the quarter panel pushed to the outside of the race car. They are fixing that brace. That brace is broken off on the right rear of the race car. They're trying to get that bolted back on. That way it doesn't cut a right rear tire down. But EPJ, if he's going to come up and win his second Hillbilly 100, he will have to do so from the tail.
With DJ Ross Robinson at a top 10 at Portsmouth right now, he's an early contender, just 4 laps in. He is up 10 spots already in car 7 to 14.
You know, I talked to Ross in the pit area just briefly, just for a couple minutes a little bit earlier on this evening, man, and I think that, well, I don't think, you know, he said that not having that good run at Georgetown a couple weeks ago or a week and a half ago, man, that really, I don't want to say did a number on him, but he's thought a lot about that. He put so much pressure on himself into that, and he said, you know what, he said, I'm not doing that. He said, I'm not going to put the pressure on myself. I'm going to go out and have fun. He said, there's a handful of races left in the year, and it's shown, James. He had a good run at Port Royal last week, or a solid run at Port Royal last week. He had a good run. He was flirting with a top 5 at one time last night at Portsmouth, ended up getting 8th, and now, as you'd mentioned, he's an early candidate for the Todd Steel Building's hard charger of the race.
All right, Dustin, again, Dalton Wilson out in front. This 100-lap main event. You see a little bit of left. Dustin, check the left rear quarter panel on the 18D car. I don't believe it's rubbing on the James Ratliff entry. As he goes across the front, it's crinkled up a little bit.
No,
up there.
It is crinkled up a little bit, and I don't know, he and Logan Robertson made contact on the very first lap of the race, although that would have been or should have been, you'd think, on the right rear of Dalton Wilson's race car, not the left rear. It's crinkled in a little bit, not rubbing the tire, but we'll certainly keep an eye on it.
All right, great job, DJ, up at turn 4. The Racing for Heroes restart zone with 4 in the books on the Hillbilly 100. Dalton Wilson fires up at turn number 2. Here comes Davenport. Logan Robertson works the outside of the broad back shaker 89. Overton runs in 4th. O'Neill is 5th. Ricky Thornton Jr. trying to make his way to the front. And only 3 of these drivers have ever won this race. Davenport, Overton, and Earl Pearson Jr. Right now, Davenport and Overton run 3rd and 4th. Jacob Hawkins up to 5th and 37. Then it's Hughes, Thornton 7th. Brandon Waggle, good show for him. First Hillbilly 100. Shane hit a good run, 5-star. He's 9th. Ziggy is 10th. Down the back straightaway, 5 in the record books here tonight. Boy, this race was a dandy here a year ago. As you mentioned, even Kyle Larson led all 100 laps, but it was without the cautions, and that affected a lot of big races last year. Caution flags, but we have seen a great run here in 2023 of big races in dirt late model racing as we got 6 in the books, and Dalton Wilson still showing the way. Wilson still maintaining the lead. Jonathan Davenport has climbed to 2nd. Logan Robertson is 3rd now as we head down the main straightaway. Off at turn 4, Wilson. Here comes Davenport. Rolling through the middle, then it's Robertson, Overton, and Hudson O'Neal, your top 5. Then it's Garrett Smith, Jacob Hawkins, Spencer Hughes, and then Ricky Thornton Jr. James, Jennifer, Justin Ratliff out of Campbellsville, Kentucky, the car owner, as we got a car out of the race. Michael Lick, so tonight at 27. So as they work out at turn 4, picking up the tail end of the field. Down the back straightaway behind the 46 of Earl Pearson Jr., former Hillbilly 100 winner. Dalton Wilson rolls to the outside as he'll put the 40 career winner a lap down into turn 1. Jonathan Davenport still holding the 2nd spot. Battle for 3rd continues down the back straightaway between Robertson and Overton. 5th is Hudson O'Neal. 6th is Garrett Smith. 7th is Ricky Thornton Jr. Behind him in the 8th spot, Spencer Hughes. 9th is Thornton. 10th is Max Blair. 11th is Devin Moran. As Dalton Wilson looking good so far. The 26-year-old out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, in turn number 1. Davenport now trying to bottom as out at turn number 2. Plenty racy here tonight. Smooth as silk is this quarter-mile bull ring. Off at turn 4, Davenport for the lead. Down the straightaway, we've got a new leader. It's Jonathan Davenport. So Davenport taking the lead at 49. As they come off at turn number 4, he will pick up the tail end of the field there behind the 99 of Boom. Good friends are Jonathan Davenport and Boom Briggs. Right now, Cody Rogers in front of him. Down the back straightaway, there's the battle there between the 19-year-old of Aiton, Georgia, Garrett Smith. Here comes Thornton in the 20 RT. Battles with Spencer Hughes. Right in the middle, that is Jacob Hawkins in the C.J. Johnson 37 car. Down the back straightaway. One caution so far here tonight. We've been green for most of this race. And Jonathan Davenport continues to show the way. There's Hawkins and Thornton battling it out. So it's Davenport in front. 2nd is Wilson. 3rd is Robertson. 4th is O'Neal, or 4th is Overton rather. 5th is O'Neal. That's our live timing and scoring. Still Jonathan Davenport down the back straightaway with the lead. There's the battle there between Garrett Smith and Jacob Hawkins. There goes Davenport, crosses into 1 as Overton on the outside of Robertson out at 2. So give the spot to Brandon Overton. It's still Davenport off at turn 4, the Nutrien Ag Solutions ASC warranty 49. 2nd is Wilson. There's the battle for 2nd right there. Dalton Wilson and Brandon Overton at 76 into turn number 3. It's still Davenport putting cars between himself and the 2nd place run on the outside. Robertson, and it's Hudson O'Neal behind him. Then it's Hawkins, Smith, Thornton, Hughes, and Max Blair. Overton there on the bottom. There's Robertson behind him. Logan Robertson, the defending Rush Late Model champion on the inside. Here comes Hudson O'Neal. He'll throw the slider, and Hudson O'Neal will take the spot. Hudson O'Neal up is spotted. Car number 1. Now Robertson battles back on the bottom. Two young guns going back and forth. Virginia and Indiana down the back straightaway with a veteran out of Georgia continues to lead off at turn 4. Second spot remains Wilson. Then it's Overton. 76. Davenport off of turn 4. Still out in front. Dalton Wilson. Overton is third. Fourth is Robertson. Then it's Hudson O'Neal. There's Jacob Hawkins right now in 6th in the C.J. Johnson 37. In front of him, the Valvoline Petrov Towing. Swimmer Cat French's number 1 car. Into turn number 1. Here comes 37. Jacob Hawkins. Now he goes to the bottom. A lot of laps here for the 37. Battle here, 5th and 6th. It is still JD out in front. Davenport off of turn 4. Second spot remains the 18D of Dalton Wilson, and it's Brandon Overton in 3rd. 4th spot is Robertson. 5th is O'Neal. 6th is Thornton. I think it's Hawkins and then Thornton. Out in turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Right now, Jonathan Davenport making quick work of the field down the back straightaway. Took the lead early on in this from Dalton Wilson. Now trying to put a lap on last year's O'Reilly Auto Parts top rookie, Garrett Alverson, their second place. The 18D car, the MGL Auto Sales Greenleaf Farms entry of Dalton Wilson. Logan Robertson. Right now behind the 76 there, the Wells Motorsports Garntos Southern entry. So a long green flag stretch of racing here in this race. We had a caution with 4 complete, and we've been green ever since then. Logan Robertson 4th. 5th is Hudson O'Neal in the number 1. Behind him in 6th is Jacob Hawkins in 37. 7th behind Hawkins is Ricky Thornton Jr. 8th is Garrett Smith 10th. And you have the battle back here. Spencer Hughes. And then it's Moran, it's Max Blair, it's McCready. Good show there for 10th. It is still Davenport showing the way. Mason Ziegler goes a lap down. Jonathan Davenport continues to show the way. The Double L Motorsports entry. The 49 car, 3-time Lucas Oil champion, 71 career wins in the Lucas Oil 800 Series. Dalton Wilson looking for his first win. Running in second right now. It's a $15,000 payday for second out of the $103,000 purse for this main event. Brandon Overton running in 3rd and 76, trying to maintain that 4th spot in the points. He goes into turn 3. And Ross Robinson is going a lap down in the 7 car. Then it's Logan Robertson in 4th, Hudson O'Neal 5th, 6th is Jake Hawkins, 7th is Thornton, 8th is Smith, 9th is Hughes, 10th is Max Blair. Tyler Erb about to go a lap down in the number 1 car. Davenport down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Davenport closing in on the top 12, I believe, into turn 2. As he goes into turn 3. There's a battle back here. That's for 4th and 5th. The Broadneck Shaker 89. The Mark Richards Racing number 1 of Hudson O'Neal. Behind Logan Robertson. So right now, it's still Jonathan Davenport has stretched that lead out in 49. He's got a gaggle of cars in front of him in turn 1, out at 2. But he's got a huge lead right now into turn 3 as he goes around. Cody Rogers off at turn 4. Into 1. Rogers trying to get back on the lead lap. Brandon Waggle had moved into the top 10 early on, but right now in jeopardy of going a lap down as Tyler Erb battles it up with Dalton Wilson. Erb again a lap down. Here comes Dalton Wilson. But right now, he's about a half a track behind Jonathan Davenport. Right now, Davenport's got a good lead right now. He's coming out of turn 2. Now, Dalton Wilson's made up a little bit of time. Here comes Brandon Overton. So heavy traffic for your leader. He's lost a little bit of his margin as he comes off at turn 4 into turn 1. Right there is Braden Dillinger. Made his first Hillbilly 100. He goes a lap down in 14. In front of him is the 44 of Colton Burnett, the final car in the lead lap. Then in front of him is Devin Moran, who was second last night at Portsmouth halfway. 50 down, 50 to go for Jonathan Davenport. All right, we start at lap 51. Now we're getting caught up here. It's still Robertson, O'Neill, Jacob Hawkins, and Ricky Thornton Jr. Working lap 52. Devin Moran now is the last car on the lead lap as Colton Burnett goes a lap down. Still 48 to go here in the Hillbilly 100. As Jonathan Davenport, a little bit of distance between him and Pearson and Moran. Again, Dalton Wilson is second in 70 and 18. Third is Overton. Battle between 4th and 5th. That is Jacob Hawkins in 37. O'Neill to the outside. And Hudson O'Neill will take the spot away from Jacob Hawkins as they work lap 54. Coming off of turn 4, put double nickel in the books for 49. JD in the 1. The 39-year-old out of Blairsville, Georgia. Down the back straightaway. $30,000 payday. Still a long way to go. And that caution came out on lap number 4. And we have been green ever since then. Right now in the middle of the back straightaway is 49. Jonathan Davenport. Dalton Wilson. As they come off at turn number 4. Dalton Wilson there right now into turn 1. There's a battle back here continues between Hawkins and O'Neill. Logan Robertson still in there. He is in the 4th spot right there in front of O'Neill, who's 5th. Hawkins is 6th. Thornton is 7th. It is still Jonathan Davenport. Davenport come off of turn number 4 behind the one around the outside of the 111. Moran is going a lap down. Blair to go a lap down. Jonathan Davenport is dominating the Hillbilly 100 here tonight. He's going to split Cody Rogers and Max Blair off of turn 4. Down the straightaway, it's still Jonathan Davenport. .61 laps in the books as we work lap 62. Davenport down the main straightaway in the 1. Dalton Wilson is still second. They are on the same straightaway right now, but there's like 5 lap cars between your leader, maybe 6 between your leader and second place Dalton Wilson. So there's your leader, Jonathan Davenport. Second is Dalton Wilson in 18D. Third is Brandon Overton in 76. Good job by these drivers. Whoa, a door right there. Davenport trying to get around Garrett Smith through an elbow on the defending dirt track world champion into turn 3. 65 in the books. Still Davenport. Overton is third. There goes Davenport. Finally clears Garrett Smith. Again, Moran is a lap down in 99. Last night's runner-up at Portsmouth. And Logan Robertson's got a problem. They see the 89 car. He's got a roof post. That's not slowing him down, though. Right now, he is in position number 4 in the 89 car. Down the back straightaway. There's O'Neill behind him. Fourth and 5th. Hawkins is 6th. Thornton runs in 7th. Coming to lap 69. 31 to go for Jonathan Davenport. Battle back there, Ricky Thornton Jr. Gone over $400,000 in earnings so far with bonuses in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Battles behind West Virginia's Jacob Hawkins off at turn 4. Dalton Wilson right now coming off at turn 4. He's second. Brandon Overton remains in third. Fourth is Robertson. Fifth is O'Neill. Sixth is Hawkins. Seventh is Thornton. Eighth is Hughes. Ninth is McCready. And the top 9 on the lead lap. Everybody else is 1 or more laps down. Down the back straightaway, he'll set his sights on the 39 of the 2-time series champion, Tim McCready. Dalton Wilson hoping for a caution. If we do have a caution, all lapped cars will restart on the back. So your leader is lapped up to 9th. So that means Moran is 10th right now, and he's a lap down as Davenport works behind the 39 of Tim McCready down the main straightaway. Lap 73, 27 to go. Right now, Dalton Wilson. Several cars back. Brandon Overton trying to reel him in into turn 1. There's the battle, second and third. 18D and 76, not much of a battle right now. Pretty wide gap there as Wilson has cleared Waggle in 47. To go. It's all Jonathan Davenport. Looking for his 72nd career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, the 3-time series champion. There's Dalton Wilson second. He led early on. He's running second the entire race after once Davenport got around him. And he's moving in now on the top 9. 9th place, Tim McCready in the 39 car. Davenport, right there, got behind the 39 off of turn 4. Spencer Hughes has been in the top 10 the entire race. Now you've got the 14 of Braden Dillinger, the 39 of Tim McCready. This quarter-mile bull ring. Dalton Wilson still is well behind your leader as he gets around Colton Burdett. Overton is still third. And in a distance between he and Robertson, O'Neill, Hawkins, Thornton, Hughes, McCready. Thornton and Jacob Hawkins battling for position inside the top 10. Hughes behind them in 11. Hughes, tough luck last night. Good run going in this Hillbilly 100. Lap 82 in the books. Coming up, it is still Jonathan Davenport. Logan Robertson has done a great job. He's inside the top 5. That's the battle for 4th and 5th. Here comes O'Neill on the bottom. In the 1 car, into turn 3. Out of 4, both cars sponsored by Gunner's Honey in the 1. Great Gunner, longtime supporter of Dirt Late Model Racing, runs the inside to Hudson O'Neill and Logan Robertson. Out of turn 4. O'Neill, Hawkins, Thornton, Hughes, McCready. The top 9. And the Gorsuch Performance Solutions caution is out, and it's for the 46 of Earl Pearson Jr. We got debris on the track, my bad. So debris on the racetrack. There's the debris right there on the racetrack. Not sure what that is. In turn number 2. All right, 50-50 will draw it after this race. Winner share near $4,000. All right. So we went from restarted on lap 5 and all the way to 84 with green, and now we got Our Gorsuch Performance Solution costing second of the race. Jonathan Davenport will be your leader with 16 laps to go.
And James, it's been, as you have noted, just an absolutely dominating performance here by Jonathan Davenport. But this Gorsuch Performance caution could change things. You got to wonder, number one, how hard was JD pushing it, or what kind of signals was he being given? And number two, was the guys from second on back, like Dalton Wilson and the rest of them, where they may be holding up just a little bit, kind of hoping that they may get a caution flag at some point in this race, knowing that that may be the only opportunity they have to catch that fast 49, relying on a caution flag to maybe get up there. I guess we'll find out again. One thing we mentioned earlier, James, Jonathan Davenport's biggest win this year was the Dirt Late Model Dream. After that, though, his biggest win of the year was only $15,000 at the Diamond Nationals at Lucas Oil Speedway. One of 4 races he won at Wheatland this season.
All right, very good. Davenport, so Jonathan Davenport, your leader. Dalton Wilson is second. Third is Brandon Overton. Fourth is Logan Robertson. Fifth is Hudson O'Neill. Sixth is Jacob Hawkins. Seventh is Ricky Thornton Jr. Eighth is Spencer Hughes. Ninth is Tim McCready. 10th is Devin Moran in 99. So we'll sort them all out here, get them in single file. And again, the Gorsuch Performance caution, second time in 84 laps.
And James, if I'm not mistaken, with there being 16 laps to go, we should still have a Delaware double file restart for at least another 6 laps until we get inside 10 to go.
Yep, that's what's going to happen right now. So Dalton Wilson's going to pick the bottom on Overton. 3 cars in this field have won this race. They're right now the leader is one of those. So first and third have won this race. Dalton Wilson, Logan Robertson, who's run a great race, inside the top 5, both of them the entire race. Once Dalton Wilson got to second behind Davenport when he passed him, he's running second the entire race since then. Overton third, Robertson fourth, fifth O'Neill, Dustin.
And Shane Hitt in the 5-star going to make his way into the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. I thought maybe he was going to come to the attention of his crew. He may just cruise on through and head to the pit area. Either way, looks like a tough break for the 4-time Elkins Motor Speedway track champ.
Yeah, he's won that 4 out of the last 6 years as we go green next time around at the Racing for Heroes restart zone. Well, 16 laps to go to decide it. Jonathan Davenport, last year's #1 ranked dirt late model driver, looking for a win. He won the $129,000 win dirt late model dream. Over to the outside. Here comes Robertson on the bottom. Thornton through the middle. Could it be again? Ricky Thornton Jr. doing Ricky Thornton Jr. things. He's up to 5th right now. He's not out of it yet at turn 4. Down the main straightaway. It is still Davenport, 15 to go into turn 2. Robertson back there, and he's going to lose some spots. Thornton is up to 4th. O'Neill is back to 5th. Right now in 3rd, it is Brandon Overton off of turn 4. Lap 86 in the record books here tonight. Dalton Wilson not letting him slip away down the back. Right away in the Gorsuch Performance Solutions. Caution is out, and heavy damage on the right side for the defending dirt track world champion, Dustin, Garrett Smith.
Yeah, just a little bit out of my view, James, but a couple cars came together over in turns 3 and 4, and I don't know if Garrett Smith was a victim of circumstance or if he was one of the cars that initiated that accident. Left side of the car, at least from what I can see, looks clean, but heavy damage on the right side of that terminal maintenance and construction sponsored number 10.
He pulled up alongside Garrett Alverson. Not sure. We don't have a replay on that. What did happen? So we got 2 good laps in. It'll still be Davenport. Wilson now. Overton will be 3rd. 4th will now be Thornton. 5th is O'Neill. Robertson back to 6th. Dustin, are we seeing Ricky Thornton Jr. again here in the late stage of a race?
I mean, it's just it's Ricky Thornton's world, and we're just living in it, man. It could be. You know, the one thing about this track, though, that you hear a lot of guys say, man, this thing gets dirty, and that makes it, not want to say difficult to pass, but you really got to plot and plan your moves maybe a little more so here than you would other events. And I talked to RT back at the video a little earlier, and I asked him, I said, man, what do you think? He said, I don't know. He said, I'm not real good at this place, and his past performances show he doesn't have a ton of experience here, first and foremost. His best finish in this race, 13th 1 year ago.
All right, Dustin, thank you very much. 14 laps to go. Jonathan Davenport will still do Delaware double file. Now, again, we get to 10 or less laps to go. It'll be single file. So Dalton picks the bottom on Brandon Overton, and it's Thornton, and then it's O'Neill, then it's Robertson and McCready, and then it is Spencer Hughes. Moran, I believe he got a lucky dog, so he's back on the lead lap in 99. So a break for him on that caution.
And James, the beneficiary of these two cautions has likely been the 39 of Tim McCready. He was the next car to go one lap down and was actually within a few car lengths of going a lap down with 16 to go. And that caution came out, and he was able to kind of rally back around to the field. And now all of a sudden he finds himself up there battling maybe for a top 5.
All right, DJ, 86 laps scored, 14 remaining. The Racing for Heroes restart zone. Will the tire seal up under the caution? 3 caution flags in 86 laps. Here we go on the restart. 14 to go in the Hillbilly 100. Davenport, Wilson, Overton, Thornton, O'Neill to the Racing for Heroes restart zone. Back underway in Tyler County. They'll go into 1. Overton working the outside of Dalton Wilson out of turn number 2. Here comes Brandon Overton down the back straightaway to see anything left for Davenport. Into turn 3, Dalton Wilson right in there as well. Meanwhile, Thornton and O'Neill going for spot. Those are the top 2 in the points. 13 to go. Right now it's about 2 car lengths the advantage down the back straightaway. Ricky Thornton Jr. working that bottom here at Tyler County, running in 4th. O'Neill is 5th. McCready is 6th. Back here, they're 3, almost 4 wide on the front straightaway for position. Spencer Hughes on the bottom in 11. Man, oh man, they are going at it off at turn 4, but it's still Davenport. These guys back here racing for point. Garrett Alberson rolling through in the 58. Here comes Max Blair, Devin Moran. Ten laps to go. We get this lap in, it'll be single file if we do have a caution. And right now, it's about a 5-6 car length advantage. Wilson not letting Davenport get away. Dalton into 1, Overton 3rd, 4th is Thornton, 5th is O'Neill, 6th is McCready. There you see the deficit right there between the top 2. Dalton Wilson looking for the biggest win of score. We got to spin in turn number 2, and it's Logan Robertson in 89, and the Gorsuch Performance Solutions caution is out. Logan Robertson, for most of this race, ran in the top 4. He was fading back a little bit. And the Gorsuch Performance Solution caution is that. Now, he is still on the lead lap, though, in 89, Dustin.
Yeah,
but Dalton Wilson is not letting Davenport get away, DJ.
No, he's not let Davenport out of the crosshairs. And one of the big things is Logan Robertson going to flash by me down here and make his way. No, I don't believe he's going to make his way to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. He might be done for the night. His dad, Greg, going to lean in and have a word with him. But the driver, the Masters built by Eller, his night may be finished. But the one thing, James, I was going to mention that you had alluded to just before that Gorsuch Performance caution came out, single file restart for the rest of this race as Logan Robertson is going to tiptoe the Broadneck Shaker 89 back out on the Speedway.
And he is still on the lead lap. All right, here we go. We restack him. It'll be Jonathan Davenport, Dalton Wilson, Ricky Thornton Jr. is 3rd. Third is Brandon Overton. 4th is Ricky Thornton Jr. 5th is Hudson O'Neill. 6th is Tim McCready. 7th is Jacob Hawkins. 8th is Spencer Hughes. 9th, Devin Moran. And we'll move Robertson in there. He will remain on. He is on the lead lap. And then behind him is everybody's 1 or more laps down. Man, 1 point on that restart, they were 4 wide coming off of turn 4. All right. Dustin.
I was just going to say, they made contact there as well. That Devin Moran, Garrett Alberson battle back there, they made contact at one point. I thought someone was maybe going to go head on into the outside wall. Thankfully, that didn't happen. And I tell you what, two things, James. Number one, this one's not over yet. Number two, a lot of things can happen in 9 laps at America's Baddest Bull Ring.
Yeah, with this $1 million point fund, you got guys out here jostling for every point counts here the rest of the year. So into turn 3, Jonathan Davenport, Dalton Wilson, Brandon Overton, single file with 9 laps to go. It may take something happening to Davenport for Wilson to get by him as they come out of turn 4, 8 to go. Here comes Ricky Thornton Jr. looking to the outside of Neal on the bottom. McCready behind him. Hawkins. Remember that 4th, 5th, and 6th place in the championship points between Overton, McCready, and Moran. Devin Moran trying the outside. Davenport still leads. Last 6 to go coming up. McCready on the inside of Hudson O'Neal down the back straightaway. They go side by side into turn 3. It is still Davenport. Dalton Wilson still about 4 car lengths back. As they come off at turn 4, Spencer Hughes has been in the top 10 the entire race. You see him there, battling with Jacob Hawkins down the back straightaway. It is still the same deficit, 5 laps to go for Jonathan Davenport. Battle back here. Moran has got in front of him as they go down the back straightaway. Max Blair there on the bottom. It is still Davenport. Will they pick up the tail end of the field? 4 laps to go. The tail end of the field is Brandon Waggle. He's just now coming off of turn 4. Davenport enters turn 3. Wilson ever so slowly. Boy, Davenport makes one mistake. There's Overton and Thornton going at it. That's for 3rd and 4th. Down the back straightaway. Coming to lap 98, 2 to go. Dalton Wilson, is it go time now? Can he get enough traction? Over to 3rd. Thornton is 4th. 5th is O'Neal. 6th is McCready. Down the back straightaway. 4 car lengths the advantage. Trying to become a 2-time winner of America's oldest dirt late model race. 1 lap to go for Jonathan Davenport. Out at turn number 4 down the back straightaway. Dalton Wilson. Out at turn 4. Davenport gets it done here tonight in Tyler County. Wilson is 2nd. 3rd is going to be Overton. 4th is Thornton. 5th is O'Neal. 6th is McCready. 7th Hawkins. 8th Hughes. 9th Moran. 10th Blair. Unofficial. Until it becomes official. Well, well, well. How about it, Jonathan Davenport fans? He's got to go to the scales and droop. 2nd time in his... He's going to be a first round Hall of Fame. First ballot Hall of Famer when he's done, but I think that's several more years down the road as he tries to equal Billy Moyer next Saturday night at Eldora as a 6-time World 100 winner as they go to the scales and again check droop. So unofficially, Dalton Wilson 2nd, Brandon Overton 3rd, 4th Ricky Thornton Jr., 5th Hudson O'Neal, 6th was Jacob Hawkins. Is that? Hudson O'Neal 5th, 6th Tim McCready, 7th Jacob Hawkins. Then it was Hughes, Moran, Blair, again unofficial. So they will go to the, again I mentioned to the scales, the top 5. We'll talk to the top 5 down here in Lucas Oil Victory Lane. Again, fans watching here on MAV TV on Flow Racing. Got more action coming up here. Feature events for the Rush Late Models and the Compacts and also the Legends cars here tonight. As we'll go to the scales, which is located outside of turn number 4. And here comes Hudson O'Neill. Scored his 5th in car 1. So he'll maintain 2nd in the points. Our next points race will be at Knoxville. Thursday and Friday are not championship points. However, your best of the 2 nights will set the race lineup for Saturday night. He's cleared tech. Jonathan Davenport wins the Hillbilly 100, Dustin Jarrett. 2nd time in his career. He'll maintain 3rd in the Lucas Oil Championship points before he heads to Eldora next weekend, trying to equal Billy Moyer as a 6-time World 100 winner next Saturday night.
His 72nd career
good,
win,
yes,
with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And as we mentioned earlier, it's his biggest win of the year with the series. He got, you mentioned earlier, he got that Dirt Late Model Dream win back in June. It's his biggest win with the series, though, the entire season. As Jonathan Davenport, he picked up that $15,000 win with the at Lucas Oil Speedway at the Diamond Nationals earlier this year, and now he's making his way back out on the racetrack, a champion for the 2nd time in his career in the oldest dirt late model race in the country, the Hillbilly 100.
You know what's coming next, buddy.
There could be a steering wheel drop here on the front straightaway as the backdrop has been put in place. The feature winner signs have been positioned in front of the race car. Crew is getting the tarp over the back and the confetti about to fly as the 2017 Hillbilly 100 champ will do it again here in 2023. As he climbs out of the car, let him hear you, Tyler County. Your winner is Superman Jonathan Davenport. I think you may need to clear those Death Ridge Opticians glasses after the confetti sprayed you there, man. Hey, congratulations. You drove a good, clean, smart race, and that's not always easy to do on a quarter-mile bull ring like Tyler County, is it?
No, not at all. One time they was 4 wide in front of me there. I'm like, hell, I'm just going to have to ride right here until they figure it out. But we got into a couple lap cars there. I didn't really mean to. It's just your line's so sensitive right here to get off the corner good. You really got to, the way you got to turn in, and then once you're under somebody, you really can't do it. So then I would kind of push a little bit and get into them. But I got to thank all my guys for stepping up, Tyler and Corey, and then we brought Michael back on board here this week just to help out and get us through the year here. But my guys have really stepped up, and done a really good job for me. We all put our heads together all day today, and we kind of wanted to go a different direction because we've been okay. We've steadily been getting better, but we just feel like we needed to try some more stuff. So we hot lapped one way and we qualified. We just kept changing all through the night, and hell, for the feature, you know, I told you it was going to have to make a lot of adjustments, and we changed, 3 shocks that I know of, and a couple springs. So I know to y'all it's just gibberish, but it really means a lot. My guys doing what they're doing for me. Just got to thank Nutrient Ag Solutions, ASC Warranty, Dynagrow Seed, Bill Stein Shocks, Longhorn Chassis. Like I said, all my guys definitely. Got to thank Brewster and Granny up in the souvenir trailer. They do a really good job for us. Thanks to all these fans coming out. This is awesome. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been so long since I've been in Victory Lane. I didn't even know they had they must have a new confetti machine. That thing about blow your hat off. So just really happy and real humbled to be back in victory lane for sure.
How hard, you talked about the lap traffic, how hard is it knowing that knowing who's behind you, right? You got Overton and Wilson and Hudd and those guys back there behind you. How hard is it when you've got those guys stacked up 2 and 3 wide in front of you, knowing those guys are behind you, knowing you got to push the envelope, but you can't really push it too hard either?
Yeah, for sure, and it makes it tough. Whatever they've done here, it's definitely a lot slicker. So you just gain on somebody a little bit at a time. So it ain't like you can go up and touch a cushion and drive right by them. Mainly, I was just trying to get a little bit of a run on them and then try to slide them in the next corner, but I couldn't do that to a lot of them because they were lined up and so tight. This little bull ring. So yeah, just trying to be patient there, but be aggressive at the same time, because I knew if I get hung behind one for too long, I'd get stalled out. And, those guys are always coming behind you.
Last question. Are you guys hitting your stride at the right time for a possible 6th World 100 next weekend?
Well, I don't know. I sure hope so. We all I definitely hold my chin a little bit taller once I walk in Eldora, but, we did this in 2017. We won the Hillbilly and then went and won the world then, so maybe we can repeat that. But right now we're just going to go back and get everything ready. We still got a little bit to do to our Eldora car to get it ready, and then we'll start focusing on that next week.
He's a Hillbilly 100 champ for the 2nd time in his career. How about it for Superman Jonathan Davenport? We have a 50-50 ticket to draw. And how much is the winner's half? Over $4,000, my goodness. And Jonathan Davenport is going to draw it, and there is every color imaginable in there. Go ahead, JD, pull a ticket out. Over $4,000 to the winner. And JD has drawn out a light green ticket. A light green ticket takes to the main office. Yes. Stevie, all right. The winning ticket, a light green ticket, 180. 130. 180. Now I know 7 people just won. John, did you hear that? 7 people all won. Imagine that. 180, 130. Good for over $4,000. If you got that, take it to the main office. And while you're doing that, we're going to come over here and grab a word. How about it, ladies and gentlemen, your runner-up tonight out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, Dalton Wilson. Dalton, you go out, you lead laps, and even there at the end, through those rash of cautions that we had with about 16 laps to go, you never let Jonathan Davenport out of your crosshairs. I think that's a big testament to you and this team, knowing that you can run with the best in the business.
Oh, absolutely. We've had a really good week. We've had a really good year. We've gotten better as we go, and hats off to my guys. They've been busting their butts this week, and we lost that motor Friday, and it's made it really hard this week, but hats off to them, Nick, Ethan, Hunter. They busted their butts. Awesome car owners, James, Jennifer, Justin Ratliff, for giving us everything we need and plenty of it to overcome stuff like this. And, all the guys back at the shop, Gullett. We got Super Trucker back with us tonight. So it's awesome to have him, the 2 guys right here. Like I said, can't do it without each and every one of these people behind us, and maybe we'll finish on top there for too long.
Did you want to see those cautions at the end? Did you feel like that gave you one more shot at Davenport, or did you want to stay green, thinking that you may have had an opportunity to get him in lap traffic?
No, I wanted it to stay green because we were on harder tires than he was, and early in the race I just couldn't maneuver in traffic like he could. So once the racetrack cleaned up a little bit, I felt like I was pretty good. But once we got out a clean air, it just there wasn't really nothing I could do but just ride behind him. But hats off to him, running a great race, and like I said, maybe we'll end up there one day.
He finishes 2nd, makes the Big River Steel podium again. How about it for Dalton Wilson? Rounding out the Big River Steel podium, the 2018 Hillbilly 100 champ. How about it for big sexy Brandon Overton? Brandon, what was the biggest challenge you faced out there in this 100-lapper this evening?
Just the lap traffic, I said we were okay at the beginning, and then me and Dalton got to racing with some lap cars, and one of them kind of ricocheted off the wall and got me in the right front. So I was just glad to finish, Like I thought I was going to have a flat, but yeah, we didn't. JD and Dalton checked out on us there, but like I said, we're trying to get better and still trying to hang on this 4th spot in these points. So can't do anything stupid. We just got to keep creeping on it. Just like I said, congrats to JD and Dalton. They've done a hell of a job, and like I said, I love coming over here. The fans and the racetrack's awesome. So, yeah, had a fun weekend.
How about it, ladies and gentlemen? He loves you. Brandon Overton rounds out your Big River Steel podium here this evening. James will come over and talk to your 4th and 5th place finishers here. Finishing 4th tonight up from the 10th starting spot. What about at Tyler County for Ricky Thornton Jr.? This is a track you don't have a ton of experience at, really. Looking back, I see that you had just a handful of starts here. How much more difficult does that make it for you and Anthony and Christopher and the guys coming into a race where you really maybe don't have as many notes to go on as you do a few of these other places?
I mean, it makes it pretty tough. It was super hard to pass there. It's kind of all around the middle, but it is what it is. We'll take a 4th, move on. Got to thank Big River Steel, Hoker Trucking, Coltman Farms, my boys. They bust their butt, make sure we got a good car. Just all the fans, everybody else for coming out.
How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Ricky Thornton Jr. with a 4th place finish here tonight in the 55th running of the Hillbilly 100. And rounding out the top 5 with the team base not too far down the road in Shinston, West Virginia, behind the wheel of the Rocket 1. His dad, a former winner of this race. He's down here rounding out the top 5. Letting him hear you, the New Deal, Hudson O'Neill. Hud, what did you need to get the Rocket 1 up maybe a few more positions in this year's Hillbilly 100?
Maybe just start a little farther forward. You know, we let that heat race slip away from us a little bit and just set ourselves a little bit too far behind. And then I felt like we had a good long run balance for the 100 laps, but just not a good short run. And then the racetrack kind of laned up. And yeah, hate that we weren't able to get a little farther forward. But we'll take a top 5 and be staying out here on this front straightaway. So can't thank all my guys, Mark, Danny, Joe, Austin, my girlfriend, and Steve Baker, Kurt, everybody here from Rocket, and we appreciate all of them, Rocket Chassis and Valvoline, Soyber Calf Ranches, O'Neill Salvage and Recycling, WR1 Sim Chassis, Gunner's Honey, Ace Metalworks, Performance Grading, Sunoco Race Fuels, Andy Durham Race Engines, Rocket Pre-Owned, Rocket Chassis, Kaiser Integra, everybody involved, and we'll see everybody at Eldora here in a few days.
He comes into the event second in the points. He'll leave second at points. He celebrates a birthday on Tuesday. All the cool people celebrate birthdays on Tuesday. How about it for the New Deal, Hudson O'Neill? He's got some fans that are following him down here too, I think, for an autograph. Victory Lane celebrations wrapping up here, James, and that is a wrap at least on the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series portion of another Hillbilly 100, my friend.
Yeah, my friend, I'll see you in a couple of days. We'll be live here on Flow Racing at Eldora. Thursday night, Twin 25s, 12,000 to win. Friday night, Twin 25s, 12,000 winning in the 53rd annual World 100 coming up next Saturday night. All live here on Flow Racing. And then our next Lucas Oil events will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That will be in Knoxville, Iowa, then followed by the C.J. Rayburn Memorial, Brownstown, Indiana. On the 22nd of September by the Jackson 100, the 44th annual coming up. That will be the 44th annual. 30,000 to win on the 23rd of September. And then we will have Raceway 7 and the Pittsburgher. And don't forget, we got Castro Flow Racing Night in America. That'll be between Eldora and Knoxville. It'll be live here on Flow Racing and then here at Tyler County at the end of the month. If you need to check the schedule, go to lucasdirt.com, or, of course, Flow Racing will have the replay on there, or dirtondirt.com will have a replay tomorrow, and then as well on Flow Racing. So there you have it. So with our scoring monitor, and again, the top 10 unofficially, well, we know the top 5 because they crossed the scales. It'll be Jonathan Davenport, Dalton Wilson, Brandon Overton, Ricky Thornton Jr., and Hudson O'Neill. 6th unofficially, Tim McCready. 7th, Jared Hawkins. 8th, Spencer Hughes. 9th, Devin Moran. 10th, Max Blair. And again, we'll have the full results. Go to lucasdirt.com. And while you're on lucasdirt.com, be sure to vote for your Deathridge Opticians most popular driver in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. That driver will get a cash award at our awards banquet coming up in December. Again, that's lucasdirt.com. There's a banner on top of there. Deathridge Opticians most popular driver. Be sure to vote for that. We're going to take a break coming up. We'll have more action here from Lucas Oil, from Tyler County Speedway here in West Virginia. You're watching it all live here on MAV TV on Flow Racing.